Icon series.
Morning, children. So today we are going to learn a new lesson, and this is very interesting also. Okay. So in the science class, you might have studied about the living things and non-living things, isn't it? Living things and non-living things, and in that you might have learned that living things. Okay, what are the specialities of living things? They can move. They can make sounds, isn't it? Living things can move, living things can make sounds. But there is one particular living thing which cannot move, which cannot make any sounds also. See, when we think about animals, okay, animals or insects, or even fish can move, can make sounds, isn't it? They can do everything. But what about trees and plants? Are trees and plants living things or non-living things? Yes, we know trees and plants are also living things, right? But the problem is they cannot move, they cannot speak. Isn't it? The trees are fixed at one place, the plants are fixed at one place, and they do not make any kind of a sound. So, now we are going to a special kind of a forest. Okay, let's say it's a magical forest. It's a magical forest where the trees can move. Can you imagine a tree walking up to you and say, "Hello, how are you?" When you're going into a park, there comes a tree towards you and it says, stretching a branch to you, "Hi, how are you?" How will be that? Very interesting, no? A tree walking towards us and stretching its branch and saying, "Hi, how are you?" So now we are going to such a forest, okay, where the trees can come to us, the trees can move around, and not only that, they can speak also. The trees can speak also. That's very interesting. And there are some people also. So it's not like the language of animals. The animals can make sounds, they use their sounds to communicate, but we cannot understand that, isn't it? We cannot understand that. But this forest, we can understand what these trees are speaking. It's not just that the trees can speak, we can understand what these trees are speaking. Means we can talk to the trees and the trees can talk to us. It's great, isn't it? Yes. So, now we are going to such a forest where the trees can move, trees can speak. And there are some people with us. There is an old man, a young lady, and a young man who is the assistant of the old man. And there is another young man who is an environmentalist. So what is another young man? He is an environmentalist. So what do you mean by an environmentalist? Yes, a person who does something for the sake of the environment. Okay, so like making the people understand the importance of planting more trees or making people to use less plastics. Okay, so the people who do these kinds of activities so as to protect the environment that we have on the earth is called an environmentalist. Okay, and there is a middle-aged lady also, a lady of the age of, say, for example, 30-40 years of age. Okay, so that is called a middle-aged lady. She is also an environmentalist. Okay, so there is an old man, there is a young man who is his assistant, there is a young lady and a young man and a middle-aged lady who are the environmentalists, right? Now they are going to a forest and something is going to happen in that forest. So Shall we also go along with them to the forest and see what's happening there? Will be fine, isn't it? If we too can go along with these people and check what is actually happening there, fine, then we will do that. Okay, so get ready. We are going along with these people to the forest, the magical forest where the trees can move and the trees can speak. Right?
Read and enjoy. Characters: neem tree, peepal tree, eucalyptus tree, pine tree, an old man, a young lady, and a young man, assistant of the old man, another young man, environmentalist, middle-aged lady, environmentalist. All the characters in this play are fictitious. A forest scene on a stage. Narrator: we all know that plants have life. They breathe, grow, and prepare food. But they cannot move from one place to another or speak like us. Here's a play about a strange forest where trees can speak to one another and express their thoughts and feelings. Probably we can understand this only in silence. The narrator exits. Neem tree. This is a fine sunny morning. I love to sway in the cool breeze. Oh yes, I also like to watch my leaves dance when the breeze blows. Our green forest is a beautiful place. We enjoy life here. Under the bright blue sky, by the gushing clear stream, a forest is truly like heaven. Right, we all agree with you. The bushes, other plants, birds, and animals are all part of our big family. And of course, humans are our friends. It's our duty to keep this planet fit and the air clean for them. Isn't that so? Oh, yes, very true. Now let's enjoy the weather and listen to the singing of birds. The musing of our rustling leaves is also sweet. Sunshine on our faces and all over is soothing. It also helps us look gorgeous. Yes, after a few years. I am so tired. Me too. Life is tough these days. All of us have to work very hard nowadays. The amount of carbon dioxide in the air has increased a lot. In order to keep the air clean, we have to toil these days. Can anyone tell me why is it so? Well, I have heard from the butterflies and birds that bring messages from different places that the situation is bad. Many trees have been cut down to make buildings and structures. So, with fewer number of trees, we are burdened with more work. Oh yes, we have to absorb more carbon dioxide from the air and release more oxygen to maintain the balance. Other pollutants and more dust in the air make life more difficult. I have heard that the number of vehicles on the road has gone up. It means more air pollution. Gone are the days when our faces would glisten and glow and we sang merrily in sunshine. I hardly see smiling faces of trees these days. Moreover, we have to send our roots further down the soil for water. The water table has gone down because a lot of underground water is drowned out for humans and for the construction work. Our green forest isn't what it used to be. The sparkling stream has turned into a drain as it carries all the waste from the nearby places. Let me tell you, friends, that very soon we may also be brutally chopped down. Quite possible. A little birdie told me yesterday that some people are planning to build a multi-storied apartment and highway over here. Oh, that's sad news. I wish we could walk and run away from here. A factory may also be built here. You never know. Why don't these humans realize that we are their true friends? We make this planet worth living for them. The worst part is that when it started raining last evening, I was very disappointed. I was so glad to see dark clouds, but when I got drenched in the rain, I realized that it was acid rain. It is bad for our health. Yes, acid rain is bad for us. What can we expect with all the pollutants in the air? The raindrops turn acidic when they drop down and absorb all that before they reach us. How long can we survive this way? Hush, hush. I can hear some people approaching. Two men and a woman approach. I have already paid money for this land. We'll make multi-story building here. Sir, let's provide facilities like a club, gym, pool, and all-day water and power supply for the residents. We will make good profit. People who buy apartments over here will readily pay a good amount to us. Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Let's go. Begin the work by next week. Yes, sir. They live together. Oh, our end is close by. Everyone is upset now. I feel miserable. Quite everyone. I can hear some footsteps. A group of two young men and a middle-aged woman approach. Look at this green forest. Isn't it beautiful? We will never allow this to be cut down. We are environmentalists and we still fight to save these trees. I often come here for nature walks. Families and children come here for picnics. Some artists come here and make beautiful paintings. Right. This forest and the trees are so important for us. The animals and birds will also have nowhere to go. I'm clear about it. We will go to the court. Why should the forest be destroyed? Let's get order from the court to stop any construction work that may be taken up here. Yes, we will do that. They live together. After a week. Good news! Green forest will not be cut down. Great news! To the pine tree. Who told you that? Proudly. Well, I have my reliable sources. A little birdie told me that the court has ordered that no construction will take place here. The environmentalists have saved us. All the people are talking about it. We are all safe here. God bless the environmentalists. Humans should understand that they are closest to God only when they are close to nature. All bow and leave the stage. Narrator. Let us join hands to save the trees and forest so that we can save our planet Earth.